Hello BookTube. Today I'm going to be doing the We Ain't Getting Younger book tag. It was created by Codex Cantina and I was kindly tagged by Steve Donahue, so we'll leave links to both of their videos down below. Let's get started. Question number 1. While it's proven too many birthdays can kill you, the amount of cake we can eat is still under debate. Name the most recent book that gave you a book high. I'm going to go with Big Wonderful Thing, A History of Texas by Stephen Harrigan. I read this book over the course of almost 2 weeks and I loved every minute of it, and every reading experience from beginning to end just left me euphoric. So absolutely love this book. Question number 2. Sometimes we get older and wider instead of older and wiser. Name the longest book you've ever read. I'm going to go with The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm pretty sure this is the longest book I've ever read. It's the foundation of modern fantasy. It is amazing and incredibly trying at times. And yeah, just brilliant. Question number 3. The best part about pictures is that they're always a younger version of you. Name a book that you enjoyed more the first time you read it than the second. This one I'm going to go with The Last Sun by Katie Edwards. I had some issues with it the first time I read it. And then on the second reread, those in preparation for the sequel, The Hanged Man, those concerns magnified. And I've also come to really dislike Rune and Brand as characters. They just annoy the socks off of me. Yeah. Question number 4. As you get older, you must learn to never skip a bathroom break before jumping in a car ride. Name a book you read in very few sittings. In this situation, I'm going to go with Wislawa Szymborska's View with a Grain of Sand Selected Poems. I read this in about a day, the last time I read it, and most slim volumes of poetry you can read in a day. Agatha Christie novels you can probably read in like a day or so. So yeah. Talked about her quite a bit, so I don't think I really need to touch any more on that. Question number 5. Don't let old age get you down, because it's harder to get you back up these days. Name a book you had to put down and why. For this question, I'm going with Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This is a doorstopper, one-volume fantasy at about slightly over 800 pages. And I found the opening, how she introduces the world, the character she starts with, how she starts it, just annoying. I found myself completely annoyed with the characters, with the setup, that no matter how interesting it might become as the story progresses, I didn't care anything for the first bit. And also knowing where she got her inspiration from, and then comparing like the history to her reimagining of it, I didn't care for it. So I put this down probably about a year ago, and I've been meaning to come back to it because Steve Donahue, I think, rated it the third best science fiction or fantasy novel of last year, but I didn't care for it. Question number 6. Age isn't how long you've been alive, it's how many lives you've lived. What book genres have you been wanting to try outside of your comfort zone? For this one, I'm going to go with memoir. And as a representative example, I will go with The Yellow House by Sarah M. Broom. I read this for the BookTube prize and really enjoyed it. And it's shown me area of nonfiction writing that I've never really given much credence to. But I really greatly enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to reading more books in this genre. Question number 7. Life gets worse the older you get. Luckily, you don't have much left. Speak for yourself. Name a book that slowly turned sour for you, but you finished anyways. Were you glad you stuck it out? For this one, I'm going to go with China Mieville's The Scar. Ooh, almost broke the book. So, China Mieville, this is a work in the new weird genre. And China Mieville was in the early 2000s one of the major writers in this new genre. And he wrote a series, a loose trilogy of novels called centered around New Crobuzon and the world of Boslog. The first book was Perdido Street Station. Well, the first book is Perdido Street Station. The second one is The Scar. And the third one is Iron Council. And they're all really interesting and really good books. But China Mieville just cannot write an ending to save a book. It's just... And I think while The Scar isn't necessarily as egregious as, say, Iron Council or some of his other works, but there's this promise built up that eventually you will see the scar, learn what it is. There's this drive to the scar. And then it's just like, no, we're not going to go there. It's just, like revolution in this pirate city called Armada, and I mean, it's still a really, really fantastic book, but the conclusion is a major letdown, as is most of China Mieville's conclusions. I wonder if his book on the Russian Revolution has the same problem. Might need to look into that eventually. Question number 8. Peer pressure seems to decrease as you get older. Where did all your friends go? Probably in the grave. Name a book that you checked out because of peer pressure, or are you happy to have tried it? I'm going to go with Bot. Now, admittedly, I've been struggling with this series for years. And I've never quite gotten the series. But this year, Steve Donahue, Mark Richardson, Pints and Paperbacks, Paperback Junkie, I want to say that's all. And maybe a few other booktubers are doing a Marsathon where they are reading the books of the Barsoom novels of Edgar Rice Burroughs. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to like read the books and comment and be in the conversation. So I finally got around to buying this. This is the John Carter of Mars collection. It includes A Princess of Mars, The Gods of Mars, The Warlord of Mars, The Maid of Mars, and The Chessmen of Mars. Published by Purple Rose Publishing. And so I started on A Princess of Mars and wanted to throw the book across the room. It's so bad. Yeah. So I'm kind of, annoyed about that. I think once Golden's or Bryce's Books reopens, I might be doing a book purge. And that one might be on top of the list. Anyway. So, yeah. I mean, I'm disappointed with the reading experience. But, so I'm not going to touch another Burroughs again. He's not for me. Anyway. So, finally, prompt number 9. Friends don't let friends get older alone. Tag people. So, if you've done this video, or if you would like to do this tag and you haven't, consider yourselves tagged. And if not, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I wasn't as enthusiastic in this tag. It's like I've tried to film this one a few times. And yeah, by now I'm kind of getting tired. I'll try to get another video up later today. I have some projects I'm thinking about doing, and I would like to solicit some opinions and some recommendations. So I'll try to get that one up later after supper. But until then, have a great afternoon, or morning, or evening, or whatever time it is for you. And stay safe. Thank you, BookTube.